Welcome to Comparison Program. Today we're going to be looking at comparer.java, which is a program that prompts the user for two different numbers and then tells the user whether the first number they entered is greater than the second number they entered. So let's look through this line by line and see what the output is. So first we have an end of line comment, which gives us the file name. Then we have import java.util.scanner. You should have seen this before. It's we're importing the scanner class, which is part of the java.util package. We're using the import statement to get the scanner class. The scanner class will make our life easier because it has a pre-built method which can read integers that the user enters in. So first line is public class comparer. So we know that the name of the program is comparer, and here we have the two braces which signify the start and the end of the body, which is indented. So the body of the class is indented. Then we're declaring the main method, which you should know how to declare by now. You should definitely have it. It should be second-hand knowledge. You should be able to do it subconsciously. And we have the main method declaration, and then we have the body of the main method indented over here in between these two braces. Now next we're going to be declaring the scanner variable or object as s. So we have scanner s, so scanner is the type, and then new scanner system.in. So that's similar to how one of the alternative ways that we knew how to declare strings, and we'll be looking at why this is the case a little bit later in the course. So we have int num1 and int num2, which are two integer type variables that that basically don't have a value right now. They've just been initialized, but they don't have a value because we are going to ask the user to input these values. So then we have system.out.println, which is an output method from the standard output object, and we're asking the user to enter in the first number. And we'll have them enter the first number, and then we'll assign whatever value that they enter as the first number to num1. So we'll be something like, we'll use the next int method from the scanner class to get the integer that they enter, and then we'll assign that to number 1. Then next we'll prompt them for the second number, and we'll do a similar thing to assign a value to number 2. Then this is where the important part comes in. So we're going to be printing out is first number greater than second number, colon, and then we want to print out true or false. So we're using the system.out.println method, and we're saying first it'll print out is first number greater than second number, colon, space, and then we have what we call a condition. We went over condition earlier in the course, but basically what a condition is, it's a Boolean expression that evaluates to true or false. And right in the center of this condition we have a relational operator, greater than in this case. So as we went over earlier, relational operators and equality operators usually show up in conditions. So we have num1 is greater than num2. So this entire thing within the parentheses is a condition. And as we know, a condition should return true or false. So it says num1 is greater than num2. So this should either give us a true or a false, and whatever it gives will be printed. So that's it. So it's that simple of a program. We're simply checking whether number 1 is greater or number 2 is greater right over here, and then this highlighted region could either be replaced by a true or a false, depending on whether number 1 is greater or number 2 is greater. And after that, it will just simply say is first number greater than second number, space, colon, space. And then after that, it's just true or false. So that's it. It's a simple program. We're testing out relational operators. Let's compile and run the program to see how it works. So we compile the program, and then we run the program. So first things, let's say we start off with the number 100. And then we start off with the number 3. So before I press enter, we know that the first number is greater than the second number. So the output should come out to be first number greater than second number, colon, true. Now let's try it out. Let's press enter. And as you can see, it said first number greater than second number, true. And similarly, let's try it again, and this time let's make the first number smaller than the second number. So here we go. Let's say the first number is 21, second number is 22, and here, as you can see, it says, is first number greater than second number? And that's false, because it's 21 is smaller than 22. And the last case that we'll be testing out today is when both of the numbers are equal. Now remember that this should return false, because what we've done is we haven't assigned, we've said greater than. So if it was greater than equal to, we've said that if number 1 is greater than number 2, if it's equal to number 2, it's not greater than. So then this should evaluate to false. So let's try it out. And 100, and we can see it says false. Now if we were to go back to the program, and as you can see, I'm over here in the condition in the print out statement, and if I were to put equal, if I were to simply put equal right over here, and I were to save the program and compile the program and then run it one time, and I would put 100 over here and 100 over here, you should be able to predict the output. It will be true. And the reason it will be true is that because 100 is greater than or equal to, before we just had greater than, but when you have greater than or equal to, if they're equal to each other, it will evaluate as true. So that's it for the compare.java program. Again, we use some input and output that's becoming a classic part of our programs. We defined some variables, and then the most important thing was we used our first condition, and we got it evaluated using some relational operators, and they evaluated it true or false, and then it told us whether the first number was greater than the second number.